Hey guys, TNA here.
Hey.
And we're here to tell you about week 1 of our brand new weight loss challenge that we're doing. Week 1. So, one of the things that we told you is we're going to be taking us on our journey.
Yeah.
Exactly, the journey. So, first thing we're going to start with is our weight loss journey. So, basically, we are going to weigh in every week. We've already sent each other our pictures.
Yes.
Got to keep each other accountable. So, we've already sent each other our pictures for this week. And every week, we basically have to send each other pictures, right?
Yeah.
Or
the other person owes $25.
25 smackaroos, and that's how we're going to keep each other accountable, guys. So each week after that, we are going to calculate exactly how much weight we lost and kind of give a percentage of body weight. So we're not going to give you the exact pounds.
Because a lady never tells.
Never tells. So nobody wants to be on any kind of blast here. So we're just going to give you those kind of percentages. And we're going to try to give you like a little tip or something like that each week, or something that maybe you could use to kind of help jumpstart things. Again, full disclosure, I know you guys are like, why would we take tips from you?
Well, yeah, we've lost weight. We know what to do. We just really like food too.
Yeah, exactly. We like food a little too much. We've both had very successful weight losses. I've lost over 100 pounds before.
I've lost over 60 pounds.
Exactly. So we know the formula. It's more just about the mindset. So the first thing I'm going to get into is do you want me to start or do you want to go, babe?
Why don't you go first?
Okay. So with me, one of the main things that I think is one of the most important elements of losing weight or anything like that is to keep a successful food journal, and make sure you keep that. So I'm just going to give you guys a couple little tips on how to keep a successful food journal, starting out with why you would even want to keep a food journal. The first reason why you'd want to keep a food journal is because experts basically say that keeping a food journal helps you eat less calories, which helps you lose weight and keep it off. The second reason why you'd want to keep a food journal is because basically it can really affect your behavior. You know what I mean? It can affect the things you eat. When you really hold yourself accountable, sometimes, it makes you, maybe you don't want to eat that second chocolate bar when it comes to tracking it, or sometimes it really helps in that way. The third reason why you'd want to keep a food journal is because experts say that it is one of the best ways to really lose weight and to keep it off. The last reason why you'd want to keep a food journal is because it effectively helps you. A study shows that people who did keep a food journal, they were successful in losing at least 10% of their body weight in the matter of a couple months, and they definitely kept it off. So now I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips on how to keep a successful food journal. Tip 1. Make sure that you write down every single thing you eat. Basically, what we're going to do here, guys, is if you bite it, write it. Which basically means, it doesn't matter if you have a kid or if you have children, you take a bite off your kid's peanut butter sandwich, you have to record it. You have to record everything. You have to record every bite you eat. It's the only way to keep it as accurate as possible. The second tip in keeping an effective food journal is definitely to be honest with yourself when it comes to amounts and what you're eating. I mean, honestly, you're only really cheating yourself. So if you did eat a chocolate bar, just record it, get past it, just be what it is. Also, you're going to want to be honest with the amounts, because it really does help you with food portion control. You want to make sure that your inputs are accurate. So, if you're only supposed to have a cup of cereal, 1 cup of cereal, and it's so little. It's so little. So I really mean it, guys. You have to really monitor the amounts and everything like that. The next tip in keeping a successful food journal is basically you want to be honest with the amounts. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're being accurate. The system only works when if you're only supposed to have a cup of cereal, make sure you weigh out that cup of cereal. I mean, there were some days when I first started out, I put that cup of cereal in and I was like, whoa, I was eating like 2 bowls and I thought I was only eating a bowl. So make sure that you weigh everything, you be very honest and keep those amounts clear. You know what I mean? Weigh stuff out, get yourself a food scale. It really helps out. So that's going to be my second tip. The last tip in keeping a successful food journal is definitely you want to use a really good tracker. You want to use a good food tracker. Nobody really wants to be keeping a piece of paper and have it in your pocket. That's just a sure way to get lost. We all hold these personal life devices. I don't know, some people call them a cell phone. I call it a personal life device because, let's be frank, it has everything on it nowadays. So use your phone. The app that we use, or that I use, is MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. You don't really have to pay for the premium, because that just gives you macros, and all we're doing here is having a nice casual start, trying to really start track our food again, really start making sure we're not overeating. So that's going to be the last tip on how to keep a successful journal. So, the last thing I'm going to cover is there is a couple hidden benefits to keeping the journal. The first one is it definitely holds you accountable. You know what I mean? It holds you accountable because you have no choice but to write down every bite you eat. Sometimes it'll even dissuade you from eating the wrong thing, but you'll start to, it really illustrates. I know a lot of people out there, I remember back when I first started this, they were almost like, why am I not losing weight? They really couldn't understand it. And it's half of it is because you just don't understand how the food you're actually eating affects you. I used to think things like a granola bar was good until I realized how many calories were really in that and all that stuff. So the food journal really brought a lot of that to the front of my mind and really helped me understand some of that stuff. The second benefit of keeping a food journal is, and this one's a little bit deeper, so if you go a little deeper and you actually go as far as to write down the times you eat, you keep a little bit of a deeper journal, sometimes it can help you identify triggers. So, you know, if you find that every time you come home from work, you eat a chocolate bar, well, then maybe you could find something to replace that with, or in stressful situations, you can understand. Also, if you have any kind of stomach problems, if you really write down what you ate when you felt discomfort, when you felt pain, sometimes it can really help you identify the types of foods that are flaring you up or triggering you. So that's another hidden benefit of keeping a food journal. And the last benefit of keeping a food journal, and this is one that definitely helped me, was it does help you. It helps out your overall nutrition, and it helps you out by making better choices. Because believe me, when I first started, I would like kind of just be like, oh sweet, I have this calorie limit, and then I would fill it up with like dumb stuff. You know what I mean? I would drink my calories, I would like have a pop, which is 300 calories. So by the end of the day, I would have no calories left. I'd be hungry, right? But I really wanted to stick to it, so I'd be like, too bad. So over time, it helped me find and identify the types of foods that are low calorie, will keep you full for longer. It taught me little tricks about how to like actually properly spice my food so that you don't need all this high calorie sauces or anything like that. It really helps you become a little bit more of a minimalist, and that is why I really think that everybody, if you guys are on this journey with us or you're just thinking about losing weight, you need to do that food journal. You need to do it ASAP, and that's going to be my topic for this week, babe.
Awesome.
Sweet. So what are you going to talk about?
So this week, I'm really going to focus on water.
Okay.
I think it's so important, and I just want to let you know just some tips and what the importance of water is. Yeah. You're funny.
So, yeah, get into some tips, man. Tell us why water's good, boo.
Yeah. All right. So the first tip that I want to talk about is water being a natural appetite suppressant. Having a glass of water before a meal is important. In a 2014 study, people who drank 500 milliliters of water before a meal lost more weight, more body fat, more body mass, reported actually having their appetite suppressed. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, that is cool. And you know, I could actually see that because when you drink water, it kind of fills you up. That's a great tip.
Yeah. So the second tip is water increases your calorie burning. So I thought this was pretty cool because water actually, you need water to digest your food. So when you're digesting your food, the water actually heats up. I had no idea. I had no idea about that.
Cool.
So doing some research, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then it increases your energy expenditure, which means that you're burning more even when you're resting.
And burning more is always good.
Absolutely. So the next point I want to talk about is water being able to remove toxins from the body. So, you know, sometimes like toxins build up in your body, and how are you going to flush them out? Water. Water is like the life force.
Life-giving water.
Exactly. So being able to flush all of that out, that's going to be most definitely beneficial. So my next point is going to be drinking water can actually decrease the amount of liquid calories that you drink. So we drink some pop.
Yes, that
juice.
Drinking our calories is our worst. The worst thing we do by far. I'm listening to this point. My ears are peeled. Tell them.
Yes. By drinking more water, you're going to feel fuller, which actually I've even noticed that as soon as I started drinking 2-3 liters of water per day, I really don't want to drink juice.
Yeah, and that would also go, and like you said, with the appetite suppressant, right?
Exactly.
Like you drink a bunch of water, you're full. No, that's great.
Yeah. So the next point is water is necessary to burn fat. You need water to metabolize stored fat and carbohydrates. I had no idea. And the more research that I was doing, the more I was like, oh, why doesn't everybody just drink so much water?
Exactly, because water has no flavor.
So the next point is water helps most definitely with workout. Really, I don't know what kind of workouts everybody else has been doing, but our workouts have been in the house.
Mostly.
Yeah. And it really just helps you stay hydrated and decreases fatigue while you're working out. And it's just great.
It sounds like water has tons of good benefits.
Absolutely, especially if your muscles are cramping, or it just helps kind of goes back to that flushing of toxins and gets rid of all of that bad negative stuff in your body.
Nice.
Yeah. So that brings me actually to the next point. So the kind of water that we drink is alkaline water. And this is Santivia, and no sponsorship yet.
None.
At all.
None.
But this is so good. The water is alkaline. Now I'm sure that you're thinking, alkaline, what are you talking about? What is the purpose of alkaline water? So alkaline refers to the pH level in water. So pH is from 0 to 14. And the pH levels in just regular tap water is roughly about 7 pH, which is not bad, but it's also not good. So the pH level in the alkaline water is roughly about 9 pH, which is pretty cool because using this filter, you can like take it on the go, you can put it in your bottled water, anything like that. And yeah, so you can see that we have one already. And it tastes good. And it actually adds magnesium and zinc into your water, which is really great. The more I feel like I could talk about this for hours, so I'm gonna stop there.
Maybe do a whole video on it.
I absolutely will, actually. So just make sure that you stay tuned and keep watching for that alkaline video. And yeah.
Sweet. Well, thanks, babe. That was some great info on water. I hope you guys got some great tips on journaling today. Again, we are going to come at you every single week with the weight loss challenge update. We've already sent the weights. Pray for us. This is week 1. You know what I mean? Unplugging off all the pop, everything. We are going super hard, but I know we'll be fine. I know we're going to do great.
I know, though. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So make sure you guys stay tuned. Tune in next week. You're in for a great transformation. Thanks a lot for checking us out. Peace. Wait, before we go, like, give me some sugar here. Yeah. That's the stuff. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Well, you're gonna cut this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Is water shit?
No.
I'm just playing.
Water increases. Nope.
Phosphorates. Pray for us. Okay.